Okay, hello, I'm going to do another review again, two on the bounce. Today I'm going to do a more recent album. So yesterday, if you've seen the video, I did a Paul McCartney album, which was Ram from 1971. And today I'm going to do a much more recent album from just last month, actually. The most recent album from Noel Gallagher's High Flying Birds. Who Built the Moon? Who did build the moon? So first thing I'm going to say, the artwork for this album is astonishing. It is probably the best artwork Noel's ever had, and up to now I've always said Dig Out Your Soul, the last Oasis album, was the best artwork he's ever done. But well, he hasn't done it obviously, but this is great. That's his wife there, Sarah. I just love the thing. There's the back. It's a gatefold. I'll get it out and show you. Hang on. And even the artwork inside, it's very 60s and psychedelic, and the thing slides out. Hang on. It's just, it looks pretty cool. It reminds me of the artwork inside of Their Satanic Majesty's Request, an album I will be reviewing soon, which is a Stones album from '67. Anyway, so this album, if it'll go back in the sleeve, like I said, came out last month on the 24th of November 2017. Today, at the time of recording this, hopefully it'll go up today as well, it is the 23rd of December 2017. So it's been out a month, and the reason why I've waited to review this and not just done it instantly from the day it came out is I wanted to get a definitive opinion on this, like have a real good listen to it, not just rush into it. So all I'm going to say is, in the last month, I'll have listened to this album over 20 times, possibly 30, maybe even over 40 times. Which probably tells you how much I love this album. I love all the High Flying Birds albums. And to be honest, when this got announced, I wasn't worried. It didn't bother me that it was changing direction. I like it when people do things like that. It doesn't always work, but in this case it has worked. And I think Noel, he was never going to fail, to be honest. He's just too good. Anyway, the album was recorded predominantly in Belfast. Bits of it were done in London there. It was produced by David Holmes, who Noel wanted to produce the previous album, Chasing Yesterday. So he took him all the demos for it, but David Holmes wasn't interested because to him they were already finished. David Holmes likes to record an album from the get-go, from nothing. So he said if Noel wanted to work with him, he'd be happy to do it, but Noel had to just show up and bring a guitar and some effects pedals to his house in Belfast, and they'd just record it all in the studio, which Noel has never done before. He's never wrote songs in the studio. He's always gone in knowing exactly what he's doing. So yeah, it is a different sounding album, but yeah, it still sounds like a Noel Gallagher album. It's not as far out, I don't think, as people make it sound. It's not too dissimilar, and yet it's kind of not really much of a surprise that Noel's done something like this, because he's done stuff like this in the past, like one-off things, like that collaboration he did in '97, I think, with the Chemical Brothers, when he did Setting Sun. I say one-off things. The whole Dig Out Your Soul album is a bit psychedelic, to be honest. Last Oasis album. The Right Stuff off Chasing Yesterday, the previous album, that's nothing like he's ever done before. So yeah, it's not really much of a surprise, this album. But it went to #1. It was his 10th #1 album. He's had 10 consecutive #1 albums. Every album he's ever put out has gone to #1, if we include Oasis and High Flying Birds. So yeah, the record that, I think. And this is on the Sour Mash label, I should have pointed out. So anyway, I'll get into the review of what is described as a cosmic pop album. The vinyl edition only has the standard 11 tracks. There is a bonus track that you get on the CD and the digital versions, which I have got this album digitally as well. I haven't got a CD copy of this. But so I will review that song as well, since it's pretty much, I know it's a bonus track, but other than not being on this vinyl edition, it kind of is a standard thing. So another thing a lot of people will be interested in, is this better than Liam's album? Because Liam Gallagher's put a new solo album out. I wouldn't personally say it's better. I wouldn't personally say Liam's is better. I think this is the better album of the two. I will make it clear now, I prefer Noel to Liam. I don't hate Liam, I just prefer Noel's music, and I prefer Noel as a person. So I'm a big fan of this album, and I'd rather listen to this a hell of a lot more than I've listened to Liam's. But I'm rambling now, let's just get into the review. So the album opens with Fort Knox, and this is a brilliant opening track. It is an instrumental. This was the very first thing we heard of this album when this got announced back in September. He put out a preview, I think it was like a 2-minute preview, and there was a couple of songs in it, and the very first song in it was Fort Knox. So this was the first song we heard. And it is an instrumental, a couple of words in it, you got to get yourself together, and a couple like screaming noises I suppose, but it's a really strong opening track this, and I know a lot of people go on about how they hate the alarm clock in the second half of the song, but when you've listened to it a hell of a lot of times like I have, you get used to it and you don't really notice it now, to be honest. Noel has said this song was inspired by Kanye West. I wouldn't know, I've never listened to a Kanye West song, so I can't comment. I couldn't name you any Kanye West songs, and I wouldn't even know him if I passed him in the street, to be honest. I've got no interest in going out to listen to him either. But if this is a Kanye West sounding song, then maybe I've been doing him wrong over the years, but I highly doubt I have. But this is a really good song and a really good opener. After that we go into the second track, which is the lead single off this album, Holy Mountain, which was the first full song we got released. And this song divided everyone. A lot of people hate this song, which tend to be the people who've only heard it once. Whereas I love this song, I'll make that clear now. First time I heard the song, I thought, very different, not very different to what Noel's done before, but yeah, I love it now. Paul Weller features on this song on the organ, I think it's on the second verse onwards, but I'll be honest with you, I can't hear it. It's maybe just me being stupid, but I just can't hear it personally. Anyway, a lot of criticism of this song is a lot of people think it sounds like a Ricky Martin song. I can't remember what it's called. I've never even heard of Ricky Martin, to be honest. Judge me if you want, but so I wouldn't know. I'd never heard of it. But Noel's actually sampled it, and this is an actual sample. This from a song called Chewing Gum Kid by a band called The Ice Cream, I think. The Ice Creams, something like that. Which he claims he'd never heard of, and don't bother trying to Google it or look on YouTube because you'll never find it. I did find it, and it's definitely sampled. You can hear how it sounds like Holy Mountain. Not the lyrics or anything, but the music, especially the opening of that song, is definitely Holy Mountain. So if I remember, I'll include it in a link to the Chewing Gum Kid in the description. Do you know what I'm on about? But anyway, Holy Mountain, top song. After that we have Keep On Reaching, which a lot of people, when I read reviews of this album before it came out, one person said, I can't remember who it was, that this should have been the lead single. It's definitely a good song, but I wouldn't want it to be the lead single personally. But I still love it. I love the vocals from the female backing vocalists who singing stuff like Can You Keep a Secret? Pardon me. Which, yeah, I just really like this song. Some people say it's a bit Northern Soul. I don't really hear it personally like that, but yeah, really good song, and I hope, I should have pointed out I'm going to see Noel next year when he's touring to support this album. So I hope and he does this song, and I think he said at the minute the set list is looking like he'll do the entirety of this album. So that is something to really look forward to. But yeah, Keep On Reaching, another good song. After that we have got It's a Beautiful World. This was the second proper single we got. It's the third thing we got released off this album. Fort Knox was put out as the second thing, but he said it's not a single. So Beautiful World was the second single, but it's the third song we got off it, if that makes sense. And this is the most far out song on it. It's the most different sounding thing, and I love this song. I love the lyrics, I love the sound of it. I even love the French bit, courtesy of Charlotte the scissor player. There are no scissors on this album, by the way. This is all Charlotte contributed to this album, that French spoken bit. But yeah, I'm still waiting. He's said about the video for this song, it's very good. which is a real strange thing to come out of Noel's mouth because he hates videos. But it's still not been released yet, so hopefully soon. But yeah, It's a Beautiful World. It was the very first thing we heard of this album. Like, well, I know the first actual piece of music we heard was Fort Knox off that preview. But back in August on Noel's Instagram account, he posted a picture with some writing that said It's a Beautiful World, which was a little teaser, I suppose, of this song and this album. But yeah, good one, very good song. After that, we've got She Taught Me How to Fly, which Noel says sounds a bit like something that Blondie would have done. I really like this song as well, really good song. I'm trying to think. The chorus bit where he keeps singing The One That I Love, it reminds us of something he's done before. Oh, what is it? What a Life. It kind of reminds me of that a little bit. Like, kind of What a Life, but slowed down a little. Not as, I don't know how to describe it. It just reminds us of that song a bit. But and then the verses are astonishingly good, and I think the backing vocalists on it are astonishing as well. And Noel is a really good vocalist on this album. Something I will say about Noel, I've always preferred Noel as a singer to Liam. I mean, I think Liam is the better singer of the two, but I just prefer Noel's voice. Because he can do more with his voice, I think. But yeah, She Taught Me How to Fly, great song. Then we have Be Careful What You Wish For, which, this is probably my least favourite song on the album. I still like it, but not as much as the others. Noel claims he's wrote this song for his kids, which I can kind of see that in the lyrics. It sounds very similar to Come Together by the Beatles from the album Abbey Road. Yeah, apparently this song was originally about 11 minutes long, but him and David Holmes cut it down a bit, which I'm pleased he did, because I think it's long enough. By the time this song's finished, I'm kind of a bit relieved. We've got the same backing vocalist on this song as on Fort Knox. She's good on it, and I'm not saying I hate the song, I just don't like it as much as the rest. After that, we've got Black and White Sunshine, which is probably the most Oasis-y sounding song on the album. Again, good lyrics, good sound to this song. I think he sings it well. Maybe this should have been put out as a lead single, I don't know. Maybe, I think more people would have got on board with that song being the lead single. But I don't really know what to say about this song. I like it. It's not one of my favourites on the album, if I'm honest with you, but I do like it. I prefer it to Be Careful What You Wish For, but yeah, I just like it. There's not really much to say about it. After that, we have got Interlude, Wednesday Part 1. This is an instrumental, this. A lot of people don't like this song. I'll say it now, I do like this song. I find it really soothing and relaxing, this. Noel says if he had his time again, he'd put it in between She Taught Me How to Fly and Be Careful What You Wish For, which I do agree with. I think it's too late in the album, because an interlude is something that comes halfway in the middle. This is well past halfway and well past the middle. But yeah, it is a nice little soothing and relaxing song, and I do really like it. After that, we've got If Love Is The Law, which features Johnny Marr on guitar and harmonica. This is probably my favourite song on this album. I absolutely love this song. Love the lyrics, love the sound of it. It's such a happy, upbeat song. This album is a really happy album, to be honest. Noel has said a couple of times that as a songwriter, it's pretty easy to write about the news and all the shit that's going on in the world, Brexit and Trump and the little fat fella in North Korea and terrorism and all that crap. But he didn't want to be, I guess, like a lot of people, and just write about that. He wanted to be positive and upbeat and write a happy album, and it does have a very 60s vibe to this album. And this is a very happy song, as is Holy Mountain and a couple of other tunes. Well, all of them really, apart from one song which we'll get on to. But yeah, really upbeat song this, a really, really good one. I love this song. After that, we've got the title track, The Man Who Built the Moon. What a song this is. This is a darker song. This is probably the only song that wouldn't really be classed as a happy song. This song, David Holmes has worked on films before, film soundtracks. This song has got to be a Bond theme. It is a Bond theme in the making, this song. It just sounds like one. Even the name of it, The Man Who Built the Moon. Camera just died there, sorry. As I was saying, even the name of it, it sounds like a Bond theme. Noel has now done 2 songs that sound like Bond themes, that could be Bond themes. This song and Freaky Teeth, which is a B-side from Chasing Yesterday. There's also in the deluxe edition of that. Noel has got to do the next Bond theme. He's got to. Ed Sheeran said in the news a few days ago that he's got a Bond theme ready to go. If they give him the song, the next Bond theme, and Noel Gallagher does not get to do it again after now making 2 potential Bond themes, there's something deeply wrong in the world, really. But then the fact Ed Sheeran is popular shows the world is going pretty, shows the state of the music industry. But yeah, Man Who Built the Moon, this is an astonishingly good song. It was actually inspired by a film. Noel says he was coming out the tube, up a lift, and there's not many stations where you can only exit it through the lift. And when he came out, there was this film poster, and he's seen that, and he thought he'd write a song about the characters in that film. I can't remember what it is. There's an interview, go check it out, whatever it is. But yeah, real good song. This, I can't recommend it enough for you to go listen to. Even if it's just one song you listen to, this song and If Love Is the Law is enough, to be honest, to really, I think this should have been the lead single actually. But yeah, Man Who Built the Moon, real good song, and I love the words. We never should have left town in the first place. Make room for the man who built the moon. It's just real good. And then after that we have the closing track, End Credits, Wednesday Part 2. Carries on the instrumental from earlier on in the album, Interlude. If you are able to, play these songs back to back and you'll see they just flow into each other. He's literally just sliced them in half. I prefer Interlude to this one, but again, it's just soothing, it's a nice relaxing song. Not much to it really, not much to say. Nice little way to close the album. Not the best song on it, but yeah, it's alright. And then we have the bonus track, Dead in the Water, which is a live song. It's recorded in Dublin for a radio session. What a song. This is the most Noel Gallagher sounding song, the most typical thing to what he's known for. Closest stuff he's ever done to a song like this is Idler's Dream, which was a B-side to Hindu Times and Talk Tonight. It's that style. But yeah, you can tell he didn't know it had been recorded when he was singing this, because it's real emotional delivery. And there's not much to say about it. The words are brilliant. Yeah, go listen to it if you haven't. It is an astonishing song. Real good. It should have been, I don't even know, it should have been recorded properly. It is fantastic the way it is. But yeah, Dead in the Water, real good song. So that's it. There is another bonus track on the Japanese edition, God Help Us All, I think. I've heard it, it's nothing special. Be nice if it had been on, but it's not too big a deal. But this album overall, again, I'd probably give this a 10. I love this album. I'm going to review the other 2 High Flying Birds albums. Like I said, I prefer this album a hell of a lot to Liam's. I like Liam's album, but this album is in a completely different league. This is probably the best album this year. So yeah, I hope Noel carries on down this path, because I've got no objections. Even though I love Oasis and I love his other 2 albums, this change of direction is fantastic. And like I said, it's not that different. It's not exactly the same to what he's known for, but it's not completely different. I'm completely far out. But anyway, I've gone on enough. Who built the moon? Noel Gallagher built the moon. Brilliant album, 10 out of 10. Go listen to it if you haven't. I can't recommend it enough. It is a fantastic record. See you later.